Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We're happy that you guys are here. Man, we hit 500 plus subscribers. How exciting of a time is it? It's so crazy when you put a lot of work into something, you start to see the results. And even though 500 isn't 1,000 and it isn't 10,000, it's a huge step up for us because we put a lot of time and effort into this channel. And we're going to continue to do so. As you can imagine, we bring you videos every single day, whether that be shorts, and now a lot more long form videos, and just trying to do our best to educate you guys. We take personal time out of our day to help you in any way you need. And I've had a lot of people comment me with different ideas for different videos, and those things are in the works as we speak. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. We've been growing fairly rapidly. I can see this thing starting to take off a little bit, and it's a great thing to see. If you haven't been here before, or you have been before, thank you so much once again, man. It's greatly appreciated. Smash the like button while you're at it. It really helps the algorithm shoot our videos up to the top, and that's what means the most to us, because at the end of the day, we do this for educational purposes. There's no monetary value in it. I'm not selling anything. I'm literally just taking time out of my day to help you as best I possibly can. With that being said, on this episode, I really just wanted to talk to you about not necessarily business etiquette, but there is that too. But this is going to be geared more towards some of the newer guys. And if you have been in some of these businesses a long time, it's also something for you to listen up to. And you can take my advice. You don't have to. I don't care. This is my platform. I say what I want to say. Doesn't mean I'm a about it, and it doesn't mean that I don't know what the I'm talking about. Again, I always speak from the heart. I tell you from my own personal experiences. I'm not here looking into computers and looking up statistics and I'm just telling you from my own eyes and my own ears and my own brain what I see when I go out there. There's a lot of people these days, and especially the newer generation, the newcomers that come in like pompous. If you come into this space, be respectful. You'll understand what goes into learning this business, learning how to use your hands at a very high level, how many years and dedication has gone into it by some of the older guys. And now, in my 40s, I'm not an old guy by any stretch. I don't feel super old, but I have a lot of time out in the world. I was out on my own when I was a young kid. So between just learning how to navigate life and then being in the blue collar space since I was 17 years old, I have a leg to stand on, and I consider myself one of the old timers compared to some of the young guys. Now, this isn't for everybody, right? It's not like everybody comes out and acts like an That's not what I'm trying to say, but a far majority already think they know when they don't know right? They all act like they know something when they don't know They all go above and beyond to be snippy and act a certain way. Your only job when you first come into any blue collar business or any business in general is to shut your mouth, open your ears, listen, ask questions, and learn. That's it. And show up on time, by the way, which is like top of the list for me. I can't handle when people are late. There's no reason for it. Even in New York City where there's crazy traffic, you got to know ahead of time how long it's going to take you from where you are to your destination, and earlier if you have to. I'm sorry, I digress a little bit, but I get very frustrated about that topic. You don't have many jobs. When you first come in and you don't have a lot of knowledge, there really is only one thing for you to do, and that's to shut your mouth and listen to what the guy who's teaching you is teaching you. Now, for someone like me who does a lot of training out in the field, I don't mind having back and forth banter, man. I am old school, but I also understand, and I'm pliable that way. I want to have a good time, and I want the team to have fun. It doesn't always have to be work and chaos. Sometimes it just comes down to communication and understanding when times are serious and when we're having a good time. Most of the time, we're just having fun and we're around and we're just enjoying our experience. But there are times when things get real and we need to be buckling down, and you need to take the time to listen and learn and only offer a thought when you actually feel like something might help the situation. Like, I'm not telling you don't talk. It's very important. And it is very important to ask questions when those questions come available in your brain. But with that being said, we also have a ton of technology. I got my phone. If I have a question, I write down, man. I have 1,000 lists in my phone of different questions, different things, different situations, different to-do lists. And I keep it as organized as possible. Why? So when the time comes and I need to go back to it, I can. You're on a job, you have a problem and I'm not there, or your boss isn't there, or the person who's teaching you isn't there, or even if they are there and it's crazy time, write your question down. Don't say anything out loud if the time doesn't call for it. Now, if you're in a situation where it's a little more calm and things are a little bit dialed down and you have a question and you ask, 100%, I'm with you. You should be able to ask a question and somebody should be able to give you some kind of answer. But there's a way to do things. This is a life lesson. Be respectful. Be respectful of other people's time. Don't around and mess with people's time. Because I know for me, like I put a lot of time and effort into growing our business and teaching people. And it can be very exhausting. For somebody who trains people and takes people under his wing, it is super exhausting sometimes just to talk all day. And I'm being serious. And I love to do it. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a passion of mine to teach. But it doesn't make it any less exhausting. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It can be frustrating at times. So just be respectful and mindful of the fact that that's what's going through that person's mind who's really doing his best to help you. Obviously, there are out there. I'm not telling you to meet someone who's being and not be frustrated with that situation. But there's also a way of handling that too, right? As a business owner, I don't want my guys I want them handling their differences to an extent. But when there's like real issues, it's something we need to be collectively discussing because it affects the company as a whole. But I do want men to deal with their situation. I don't want to be your therapist. We do it, and that's a part of being a business owner, but that's not something we strive to do. For the most part, all you have to do is show up. You don't always have to like who you're working with. It's because unfortunately that's not always the case. We do our best in my business to make sure that guys are in a place to succeed. And a lot of times that is working with another guy that they kind of align with more than others. But then again, there's times where I have to stick a guy who doesn't have as much knowledge with somebody that does have knowledge because that's what the situation entails and that's what the you got to do. And I even expect in those situations for you to suck it the up and get to work and do the thing that you need to do. It's super important. Again, to reiterate and to go back down this little checklist. Show up on time, be respectful, ask poignant questions, don't interrupt people when they're talking, and get involved and just learn. Just be there. Be the fly on the wall. You're not at a point yet where you can lend any real information to a situation. Now, if you really do feel in your heart that you see something that somebody else isn't seeing and you have that mechanical mind, it will say a lot for you to step up and say something. But until that time comes, keep this closed, open these up more, use the brain, and learn. I'm here for you guys, man. I'm here for my guys. But even myself, I have to get a little frustrated at times, make sure that everybody's on the same page doing what they need to do. My job's hard enough trying to teach and spend time with people without being interrupted, without having like a referee. I don't want to deal with any of that shit. It's hard enough to do the job as it is, and we do it to the best of our ability. Listen, when you're in the space, if you're a blue-collar person and you work hard every day and you got dirt under your fingernails, the job in itself is hard. So why do we want to add layers to it? So if you're coming in new, just have some respect. Respect my time. Respect my how I operate. I will always respect you. I learn different ways to teach based on different people. That's what makes a good teacher, in my opinion, and I will continue to do that, and I will always show up for you. Just make sure, and I know I'm kind of speaking for myself because like I said, when I make these videos, I make them from my heart. This is I come across. It's stuff that I've dealt with. So when I speak to you with such passion and frustration about it because it's something that just drives me absolutely insane. But there's no reason for it. I want you all to grow. I want you all to grow in this space. I love that so many of you guys that watch are in the blue collar space. It really makes my heart whole. I love it because this is a space that I'm super passionate about and I love. So I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Just be mindful of those things. If you aren't new into the fields and you kind of become a little bit of a ask yourself why, and ask yourself why the response might be the same way. And then maybe you're just in a place where you're underappreciated. That's a different conversation, but we can have it. If you have any questions on this topic, something you want to discuss, something you've been feeling, or if you've experienced the same things, man, drop a comment below, man. We love to have these discussions. If you watched this far, thank you. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. While you're at it, smash the like button one more time if you don't mind. Really helps us. We put a lot of time, effort, energy into this channel. We love you guys. We appreciate you. We really hope you're crushing it. That's why we do these videos. We're just bringing awareness to different parts of, what goes on in blue collar life. So we appreciate you. Thank you. Have a tremendous day.